a person who has multiple sexual partners in the past and you decided to give your life to Christ and repent and focus on one person, please do STD test. Go for STD test. Make sure you don't have gonorrhea. Make sure you don't have syphilis. Make sure you don't have trichom. Oh my God! Before I go and bite my mouth, make sure you don't have STDs. You don't have syphilis. You don't have gonorrhea. Just make sure, please, for the sake of your partner, make sure you do this test and you confirm that all is well and you don't have all those sexually transmitted diseases, because especially for the males, it lies dormant until after some months, until after some weeks, and it begins to manifest signs and symptoms. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Nursing with Annie on your screen. I know about nursing, health, lifestyle, and faith. On today's video, it's going to be very brief and short. I don't want to talk too much, but I don't know if I don't really know how to put it, but it's kind of disturbing, and it's something I said I was going to address on my channel. And this is the issue of knowing your partner's blood group, genotype, HIV status, STD, fertility test and all that. Like, what I'm generally saying is having some pre-medical tests, having some pre-wedding medical tests before going ahead to say I do. I wonder what people really discuss during courtship or dating. I don't know, but I feel like there is more to sitting over food and drinks. There is more to chatting and talking late in the night and being all lovey-dovey, and then you neglect the important things that you are meant to discuss in a relationship. I saw a post yesterday on Twitter where a guy was saying that he loved what happened in his church, something like that. His pastor invited a doctor to come and talk about genotype, and that after the talk, a man in the congregation was asking why his child is SS when he's AA and his wife is AS, something like that. And the doctor now told him that he should go and do a paternity test, that the child cannot be SS if he's AA and the wife is AS, something of that nature. And I was wondering, I was like, and he said after that the whole church scattered everywhere. There was murmuring, and people would start talking. But the point I'm trying to drive at is, why do people not talk about these things in relationship? Why don't they talk about these things during dating? Why don't they talk about it during courtship? Like, these are the important things that's going to determine the future of your unborn kids, and then you neglect it and you start talking about other things that are not even necessary. The importance of genotype is to avoid having children that will be sickle cell carriers or have the sickle cell traits in them. One thing about sickle cell is, when you give birth to a child who has sickle cell, the hospital is going to be like your second home, unless God intervenes, unless the intervention of God comes in. Yeah, but you know what they say, prevention is better than cure, obedience is better than sacrifice. It's better you know each other's status before going down the aisle, before saying I do, to avoid addining. Yeah, it's very important. Don't allow love to blind you. Don't allow love to overshadow. I don't know the English to use, but I hope you're getting the message I'm trying to pass across. Don't allow love to take away the thing you're supposed to see, and for the future of your unborn kids. Please and please, I'm begging, if you're in a relationship, okay, another question I want to ask is, when do you think it is time, or at what point in a relationship do you think it is important to ask the genotype of your partner? Do you think it should be apart from religious belief, what are your beliefs, what is your faith like, do you love God, are you a Christian? Apart from that, do you feel like asking of the person you are dating, or you want to start dating, do you feel it's important to ask at the first instance of that relationship, or do you think you should wait a while before asking? For me, I feel like it should be part of the first date question. Don't even wait, because at the end of the day, you might go deep in the love, and you don't even know how to back off. So I feel like it's very important that you ask this thing, in the first date, before even knowing each other very well. Ask the person's genotype. You already know yours, and it's good to know yours. You should know yours before asking your partner's genotype, or someone who you want to start dating, blah blah blah. You grab the message. But what I'm trying to say is, please and please, to avoid all these future occurrences, let us do what is proper. Another thing you should also know, and you should know that of your partners, is the HIV status. HIV is meant to be done 3 months, every 3 months in a year. Yes, but now, I don't know, things, life happens, and then we just forget about all these things. Once we just check and we know that we are negative, we just move on. But ideally, it is very important that you check your HIV status at least 3 months, like every 3 months in a year. So like you have to check your HIV status like up to 4 times in a year. Yeah, it's very hard to detect. So medically, it's good that you check, like, you know at intervals 3 months, to know your HIV status, and also that of your partner. Also STDs is important, that you know the I don't know if I should call it sexual history, but you should know if your partner, like the kind of sexual partners the person you are dating or you're about to get married with has come in contact with. You should know the STD status. Does he or she have STD? You yourself, do you have STD? You should know. You go for this test, and you find out. Another important test is blood group. You should know your blood group in case of emergency, maybe whereby you have to donate blood to a family member. you know you will get married and you have a family, so you want to know if you'll be able to donate blood to your husband or kids. So it is very important that you know your blood group and know the blood group of your partner, so you know if you guys are compatible when it comes to donating blood or not. And then another is fertility test. One of the major reasons why people get married is to procreate, give birth to children. So in order to avoid, is village people, oh, they're after my life, they don't want me to um, produce my own offsprings and all that. I feel like it's important and it's good to go for fertility tests, both you and your partner, before getting married. At least just know the status of your reproductive organs, your reproductive system, know how well they are functioning. For the male, you can do a sperm motility test, you can do a for the females, you can do a pelvic organ test, you can do, just check your reproductive system, and you're sure that they are intact, and you're sure that you don't have secondary infertility. Yeah. So I just wanted to pass this info in this video, because I feel like there are these little things that we neglect and we feel like it's not important, but at the end of the day, on the long run, they cause problem. If what that guy said on Twitter was true, I cannot even imagine how the church will be. I cannot even imagine how the congregation, will open their mouth in awe. And so it's very important. It's very important. Check your HIV status, your blood group, your genotype, fertility, STDs. If you're a type of person who has multiple sexual partners in the past, and you've decided to give your life to Christ and repent and focus on one person, please do STD test. Go for STD test. Make sure you don't have gonorrhea. Make sure you don't have syphilis. Make sure you don't have trichom. Oh my God! Before I go and bite my mouth, make sure you don't have STDs. You don't have syphilis. You don't have gonorrhea. Just make sure, please, for the sake of your partner, make sure you do this test and you confirm that all is well and you don't have all those sexually transmitted diseases. Because especially for the males, it lies dormant until after some months, until after some weeks, and it begins to manifest signs and symptoms. So please, for your generation's sake, for the sake of your partner, do go for STD test. If you're a kind of person who has lived a life of multiple sexual partners, please and please go for STD test. So yeah, that's what I wanted to, this is the information I wanted to pass across in this video. I hope this video was helpful. This is Nothing with Annie. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, turn on your notification bell to know when I post a new video. Share this video to your loved ones, family and friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye.